Yo, what's up, y'all? There are a lot of people poo-poohing the Xbox One S All Digital Edition right now, and I just wanted to express my opinions on the matter and digital gaming in general. First of all, I want to say that I love physical games. I love the artwork, the clamshells, the jewel cases, the cartridges, the discs. It looks nice to have a shelf full of games. That's why I have a collection of games. It's sometimes called a library of games. It's like a library, but with games instead of books. It's nice looking at shelves and shelves full of stuff. My point is that I understand why people like physical games, because I love them too. But some people seem to stop there and think that anything digital is the devil. Many people say that physical games are necessarily better than digital games, 100% of the time, and that's where I disagree. Yes, I think that games running on the original hardware that they were programmed to run on run better and more accurately, but for the games themselves, if they can run off an SD card on a flash card or something, the game experience is the same. The hardware treats the flash card like it's an actual game. These days, however, digital games actually run better than physical games. On Nintendo Switch, digital games running off the Switch's own internal storage read data slightly faster than games off cartridges or even the SD card slot. With PS4 and Xbox One, you need to rip the whole game onto your hard drive first, and you have to have the disc and the disc tray to be able to play it so as to prevent piracy and sharing. So really, what's the point of buying a physical game nowadays? I only see two reasons, and both of these reasons have nothing to do with the gameplay experience itself. The first is the ability to sell games. I believe you should be able to sell the things you have. The second reason is if you like to collect, look at and put things on your shelf. So if you have that collector hoarder mentality. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be a collector. I collect games too, but I don't go overboard. It's funny how many people diss digital games, but then they subscribe to stuff like Netflix. Netflix is far worse than any digital video game storefront because you don't actually get to own any movies on your hard drive. Which brings me to my next point. Haters of digital games say you don't actually own the digital games you buy and download. You don't physically own them. Really? Here's my Wii U 2 terabyte hard drive. It's full of games. I'm physically holding it, and I don't need to be online to play them. Maybe in the future, digital content distribution companies will be able to remote wipe our hard drives, but right now they can't. I can play these games forever as long as the hard drive survives. And if the hard drive dies, I can re-download the game. But what happens if your Blu-ray disc or cartridge becomes unreadable? Will the game publisher give you a new disc or cartridge? Of course not. People like to make the claim that digital games are infringing on our rights as consumers. That never really made any sense to me, nor was it true. What I think people mean is that we are slowly losing our privileges that we all used to enjoy as consumers and gamers. Back in the Stone Age of gaming, we bought a cartridge and that was ours. We could do whatever we wanted with it, whether it was to keep it sealed, play it, or resell it. We had that privilege, that freedom to do so. The thing is though, it was never a right. It was never a right for us to be able to do that with every game in the past, present, and future for all eternity. Things change for the better and for the worse. Let's bring it back to the Xbox One. First of all, I would like to congratulate whoever saw the SAD acronym first and posted online. Good job! However, I think everyone is forgetting the edition at the end of the name. It's the Xbox One All Digital Edition, so technically the correct abbreviation would be the Xbox One SAD, not SAD. Now with regard to price, Yeah, it's true that you can get a better deal on an S right now rather than a SAID, but that's because the S has been out longer. There are many bundles, and people and companies want to get rid of stock. You have to remember that these deals won't last forever, and eventually the SAID will be cheaper than the S. Standalone external 4K Blu-ray drives go for at least $80 right now. The S has an MSRP of $300, the SAID is $250. So should the SAID be cheaper than $250? Maybe even as low as $200? You can make that argument. I'm not saying that you should love digital games or physical games are bad. It just seems like there are far more vocal people who hate on digital games, so I wanted to give a voice to the other side. I would prefer if those people would say, I prefer physical over digital, not physical is better than digital. Hearing blanket statements like that is oftentimes untrue, illogical, and makes me cringe. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy video games, whether they're on cartridges, discs, hard drives, or SD cards. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.